Okay, my Lord Reed is About in Black, my podcast. Now, excuse me. Again, it's the reading of the second Ordeal. Yes, the foreword. This 7-part series of writings and videos must deal with the inconsistencies present in how humanity believes it has been allowed to survive. From the moment when the first father asked who first absorbed an energy that could darken the light which gives breath to the flesh. How man has shaded the most powerful truth of character to lessen the woman. Was this the moment a new and inadequate construct of falsities was born and written in a book with torn out pages? From alternative facts to applauding liars, to the wicked working inside the government, all the while having utter disdain for it, to so-called churches drawing evil to their sanctuaries while ignoring the truth that all of their evil was and is planned at their altars. These things are not anomalies. They are direct expectations of an established semblance to spiritual doctrine given from a divine God. Who is to blame for the world? All the glorious ways of continuous cruelty, all the gluttonous money hoarders, all the celebrated despisers of the poor, all the crooks and thieves with their merry band of evil enablers wobbling fat and stuffed along on this world like a bloated carcass rotting in the midday sun. Here you will find what is happening and what choices we have to do something else. As the saying goes, if you like it, for sure the devil has openings in his own awards show. The second Ordeal. Place the abomination that maketh desolate. When I started writing for my website years ago, one of the first digital posts I wrote was about how to degrade an organization. How to degrade an organization. Since that time, I have witnessed an energy that has recharged that screed, which I want to add to this ordeal. The abomination that maketh desolate is established, seated, or betrothed by the act of choice. Choices generate one of two outcomes, as we say in mental health. This choice of placing an evil man, Donald Trump, in the seat of power has clearly brought desolation to America. From the authorized King James Version of the Holy Bible, and I don't get into a lot of spiritual nature, but this is important and it is spot on. It's going to hit you hard. Here it is. Daniel chapter 11, verse 32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. Daniel chapter 11, verse 32. Now I would suggest to you not to read the entire chapter, Daniel chapter 11, because it will explode your mind. Because if you are weak, you don't need to read that. I want to put a disclaimer right here, right now. Please do not read that if you cannot handle that chapter. It's going to take me some time, maybe more, a year or more, to understand that complete chapter. But it has the north and the south. It has how people thinking that just because you're bigger than someone else, you draw an army bigger than somebody else, you have the ability to win. But there's always somebody that is stronger spiritually. Or you will see the parallels to America in the Civil War, North and the South. Again, but my recommendation to you, please do not read the entire chapter, because it will destroy your mind if you have believed in this divine similitude. Oh, gotcha. Look at all the folks that have done what that verse just said. Yeah, all you idiots that laid the bullshit on thick to Donald Trump. You cannot say you never did it when you are standing before the Holy Father. So it's on record. It's on film. It's on film. All these so-called titans of technology kissing this man's ass as if this man has the fate of their companies or themselves in the palm of his hand. Really? And you see right what I just read to you, that's not true. If you believe in the actual spiritual being, the true spiritual being. But anyway, let me read this, because I want to keep it short. America, you are not immune to destruction. I know it is hard to read about. I know it is hard to hear someone or your own voice utter those words. I was stabbed in the temple by a black male patient in my mental health technician career. Thankfully, First Father blunted the impact of that sharpened pencil with the frame of my glasses, which saved my right eye from being stabbed. Admitted to myself this happened with all the powerful words you just read was disturbing but empowering. What is it about human beings that beckon us to replace people performing tasks by force of their own intellectual faculties? Why is it that some want us to believe that skin color was actually a determinant of analytical achievement? I'm just curious. What event or events came about that caused white supremacists to conclude that oppression and lies about black people was the only way to convince their own kind that black people were inferior? I have a theory. This abomination unfolds like this. How the abomination is one of the ways made known to us. He that is in power refuses to be shaped by God. In furtherance of the abominations when so-called men and women of God falsely give legitimacy to a corrupt man like Donald J. Trump. Another man or woman cannot rebirth a man or a woman. Only God can make you born again by you asking and believing He is God. I have concluded some extraordinary truths about life. And I understand that spiritual timing is a true phenomenon. I wanted to know what I wanted to know, and I wanted to know it now. Man, how unwise I was. I replaced that mindset at a point in my life, I'd say after I crossed my late 50s. My time was not wasted learning what I needed to learn. My time was not wasted learning what I needed to learn. I needed that valuable time to solidify and train up in the way I should go within my being. I read a quote attributed to Muhammad Ali. It went something like this. If a man is still thinking the way he thought when he is 50 that he did at 20, he is mistaken. That is the end of Ordeal 2, which of course I will be making further posts in the future. I thank you for your time.